The hardest part of losing everything is not the silence, it is the moment you finally understand it did not happen in one day. It happened in choices so small you never thought they mattered. A missed call, a delayed visit, one more hour at work, one more argument you refused to end, one more time saying, "I will fix it later." Later is where my life slowly disappeared, because later never came. And now when the house echoes louder than voices, when the chair across the table stays empty, when the phone stays quiet for days, I finally understand the price of the choices I defended for decades. I am 80 years old, and the truth arrived much slower than regret. When I was young, I believed life was about building security, making the right financial moves, avoiding risks, staying practical, staying logical. Feelings could wait, family would understand, love would survive on its own. That is what I believed, and for many years it looked like I was winning promotion after promotion, long hours, respect from colleagues, a growing bank account, a reputation for being reliable. People called me disciplined, focused, responsible. Nobody called me absent, but absence does not always look like leaving. Sometimes it looks like sitting in the same house with your mind somewhere else. My son once waited at the window holding a small trophy. I remember the way he kept looking at the door. His mother told him, "Dad is busy today." He nodded like he understood. Children learn acceptance very early, much earlier than parents realize. I told myself there will be another match, another dinner, another weekend, another summer. But life does not repeat moments, it only replaces them. And once they pass, they belong to memory or to regret. My wife stopped telling me stories about her day, not because her days became empty, but because I stopped listening long enough to hear them. At first, she repeated herself. Then she shortened her sentences. Then she stopped trying. Silence is not sudden. Silence is built slowly. Conversation by conversation. Ignored moment by ignored moment. I thought providing was enough. I thought loyalty meant staying. I thought responsibility meant sacrifice. Nobody told me presence is the language love actually understands. Years moved faster. After 50, faster. After 60 times, stops feeling wide. It starts feeling narrow, compressed, dangerously fast. At 70, I retired. I believed this was when life would finally begin. Now I will rest. Now I will reconnect. Now I will visit more. Now I will talk more. Now I will fix what I postponed. But relationships do not pause while you are busy. They move forward without you. My children had their own families, their own routines, their own lives shaped without my daily presence. They respected me, but they did not need me. And the most painful realization for a father is not being hated, it is being unnecessary. One evening, I sat across from my wife, the same woman who shared 40 years of life with me, and the distance between us felt wider than any ocean, not because of one betrayal, not because of one disaster, but because of thousands of tiny choices, tiny moments when I chose efficiency over connection, logic over warmth, over presence, silence over honesty, comfort over courage. People think life collapses because of big mistakes. Most lives fade because of repeated small ones. At 80, you do not count promotions, you count memories. You do not measure success in numbers. You measure it in voices and laughter, in how many people still call just to hear you breathe on the other side. If I could speak to the man I was at 3-5, would not tell him to stop working. I would tell him leave the office 1 hour earlier sometimes. Sit 5 minutes longer at the dinner table. Answer the second question your child asks. Hold your wife when she is quiet instead of assuming she is fine. Because the cost of ignoring small moments is paid in very large loneliness later. Now, mornings are slower. Clock sounds louder. Footsteps inside the house are only mine. And understanding finally sits beside me every day. Not angry, not bitter, just clear, painfully clear. Life rarely destroys you suddenly. It collects the price quietly, choice by choice, year by year, until one day you look around and realize everything you thought you were protecting was slowly slipping away while you were busy protecting IDM, and these choices cost me everything. If you are younger than me, please listen. Do not wait for disaster to change direction. Do not wait for retirement to start living. Do not assume love maintains itself without attention. Look at your life tonight, not next year, not when things calm down tonight. Ask yourself one question. What small choice am I repeating that my future self will wish I stopped? Because the most dangerous decisions are never the dramatic ones. They are the quiet daily ones, the ones that feel normal ones nobody warns you about, the ones that slowly shape the ending of your story. Do not learn this at 80. Learn it while people still wait for you at the door, while your phone still rings, while someone still hopes you will sit beside them before later becomes silence.